Here we go again, half hour Henshin with your one host, Sleepy Witch, and your second host.
DJ Azure, the 2.5D here at
As
Talkatuber.
always, I don't ever know how to start these, but I feel like, okay, I need to think of a better thing to say, 'cause I feel like the quality of the shows we've been watching has been so good recently. So I feel like every week I've literally started with like, we got some great episodes with this week. Because it's just been true. They've just been popping out bangers after bangers.
I know, right? Like we had I guess just to let King Odger have some space. We did have some little lower key episodes before Boost 2, but when after Boost 2 has just been like, okay, cool. We're just gonna ramp it up now. Just ramp it up. Oh,
And even then, like, they had some low key episodes, but they were still giving us some pretty interesting lore and some good stuff. And like some of the stuff that I think is kind of being paid off now, because I think one of the things with Nago was set up around those episodes.
yeah, like
Yep.
what was it? The big thing was the foreshadowing of, it's like, why don't you be a better father? That was your wish, right? To
Yep.
have a daughter.
Yep.
And I'm like,
oh, something's going on. Yep.
Yeah, it was.
But anyway,
Yeah.
Jamato Grand Prix, baby. We're back with a show within a show. They're talking about the next misery bringing game, but it's up to Buffa. We get to see some
Yeah.
piece of this episode did not pan out at all the way I thought it was going to, especially
Yeah.
with the preview. We get some cute stuff with Neon doing her broadcast, and you get to see the boys shopping for birthday gifts, which is super cute. I especially love how much personality you see from like Kayla trying to buy her something nice, and Ace being like, "What do you buy? Why do you buy like a big superstar anyway? What does it matter?"
I think I was also laughing too, just how the episode starts with Archimedo like just screaming, "Damn you, kids!" It's so good. But yeah, no, honestly, it's super cute because, like, what is it? Actually, wait, is today actually Nago's birthday? Because it was.
Yes, so we're recording on Nago's birthday, April 4th. It'll basically, by the time we're done and finish up our usual stuff, it will be April 5th. But we're hitting up the last of Nago's birthday with this recording.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I remember I was thinking about that too when I was watching the episode, because I watched it like yesterday. I was like, oh hey, we're gonna get to record it on Nago's birthday.
But yeah, and then after that we have honest old Kayla, like, chasing after like a bull. Funny enough.
He chases the Matador Jamato, and we get to the next game, which is basically just 1v1, a bullfighting game. My favorite part being when they're like, "You're the bull," and it's like, wait, isn't he the bull? Points at Buff.
Yeah, it's so good. Just pointing it out. Like I like how all these games are like are still basically just children's games, because we've had Kick the Can.
We've had Kick the Can, the equivalent of like basketball or like dodgeball kind of game. Like,
yeah,
I mean, it's just shoot ball through hoop game. We've had like, what is it, matching cards.
concentration.
Yeah, we've had just making it through a maze and like finding puzzle. That one didn't, like, I'm trying to think of anything else. What other like specific games? And then even the search for the like disaster was like, that's like a little game of werewolf or whatever. But
come on, you just want to say Among Us. Just say Among Us. You want to.
I actually didn't even think about that. I keep forgetting that it was the meme was Among Us.
Fair enough. Oh man, and after that, and then of course, this being the JGP, they're freaking cheating by making this actually a double.
Yep, a 2v1 basically, where you get to see the Jamato get basically coming out of the ground to smack Keiwa when he's not looking. I feel like as things have ramped up, it's been we've gotten a little bit of, I think we talked about this a little before, where it was like, oh hey, we started concentrating on Geats, so we like haven't seen anything with Neon or Keiwa, and I feel a little bit like that right now, where like they haven't been at the forefront, but it looks like they're about to change that starting basically after this. Love the little update. Oh, sorry, real quick. Love the little update to the opening now, where after he blows up Baroba for the good guy sides or whatever, Geats is in the like boost plus Jin form, like behind him and Jin. I think it's cool that they have the form together.
Mhm.
Slight update on that.
Yeah, but like what? Oh man, what was it? Yeah, like but it's actually really funny because like that we're doing like a 1v1 a 1v1 thing because this is kind of how it played out in build as well, where
Yeah,
where like the
that
first
was how
one,
it played up with Greece and stuff.
yeah, like Greece had an easy fight, the first one, but then the second one was against Remocon Bros, and and had to fight the combined version because so it was technically a 2-on-1, and
Oh yeah, yeah. Sorry, we were thinking about because they did the 1v1 thing in build like 2 times or whatever.
oh
Because
no
remember
no
the
yeah
the first time
yeah
it
no,
was 1v1 build versus Greece, and then
mm,
but you're talking about whenever they did basically the Remacon Bro and then Remacon Bros, and then also at the end it was oh god, I forget Purple Man.
a rogue.
Rogue, yeah, Kamen Rider Rogue.
Mm,
Okay, that's
yeah.
what you're talking about. That was good. Also, thought it was like really, really dumb that Neon and Ace were talking, and the producer got the little like heart thing behind him, like question mark, and you see Samura just like smack him.
Yeah, it's like stop shipping the contestants,
Yeah, you're not
please.
allowed to do that.
Yeah. Uh and after that, then we get a really funny scene with Kyun and Neon where pretty much what's really funny? It's really funny coming off of Don Bros because Kyun is basically acting like one of the Sarah Brands right now does not know how to not act like a tsundere in real life.
Yep. Also think it's really nice that like Nago was smart enough to figure out that he was Kyun just right off the bat.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like how would you know this? And just like immediately calls him out, and then like
Yep.
says, "Man,
Which is
it's like
really funny because you see that he gave her a present and it's like a boost buckle, and it's like, bro, if you weren't Kyun, how are you going to explain that you're just a random ass guy with a boost buckle?
yeah, he doesn't know how to do that."
Yep. Yep. And
And
it's
then
like, which one's the real you, the sweet one or the salty one? And he's like, obviously not the sweet one. And it's just like, it's not even the Sundara. This man just has some anxiety problems or something because it's literally like the moment he's in front of her, he's like, "Oh God, I have to be rude. I can't just say that I love her or whatever." And like the moment he's away, he's like super sweet. What was the thing he said in that other episode? Where it was as if I could say this to you in person when he was talking about
yeah,
what she because she like asked him like, "Oh well, when will we meet? When will you talk to me in person?" He's like, "As if I could say something like this in person."
it's so funny.
It's
And
good.
after that,
But it's also really sad because like she's like, "Oh, so you were just fucking making fun of me?
yeah,
You're the worst."
yeah, and then Neon's dad comes out and like talks to him,
Yep.
and they talk, and
Yep.
it's like, yeah,
And then we get the first hint of something being wrong. The fact that Neon's dad says the flowers are for his daughter, and then later when Ace sees him, he's leaving the daughter's flowers like at the place she was kidnapped years ago.
yeah. And if you notice too, like there's dead flowers that he places it on top of as well too. So like
Yep. So he's
this is
been
a
doing them.
regular thing for him.
Yep.
Yeah, and
Yep.
it's like if you pick up, it's like if you like just like just snap to like you're like, oh, something real bad happened here, and then you're like,
Yep.
hmm,
At this point in the episode, I was starting to like predict it a little bit. I was like, oh god, I think I know what's gonna happen. But like oh god. I don't know how
yeah,
I feel about it. Then we get the
yeah, then
bullfighting game, and Geets in regular Geets fashion, like decides to not play by the rules and just goes through instead of Nago. He beats
yeah,
up the Jamato
and yeah,
with
but also it's actually kind of crazy too because like Neon actually talks about like her with her mom and stuff like that, and like just basically like talk about how hard her life is on
yep,
her birthday and why her birthday is not happy, and then
yep,
yeah, like and then we get to like the actual game,
yep, yep.
and then yeah, like Geets is just like just tearing him up with like regular
Yep, Magnum and
regular that.
Ninja, which is pretty cool. He puts on the Fox. That's also
Yeah,
cool. I do love seeing the Fox, but like it's just a regular 1v2. It's not anything it's not anything like that intense is happening, and then
And yeah, and then we see an avatar of Baroba like saying, "Oh, here's the truth of what happened." You see Neon is, and then we just see everyone's like slow-mo reactions.
yep, we don't even get to see anyone like find out. I think some of my favorite reactions, like Sumeri looks like dread, like she feels dread, but you see the producer just kind of like look up and like, oof, it
Yeah,
was not good. You also get to see Kyun like see, and he, I don't know if
yeah,
Kyun is feeling something. The the first
yeah,
part is we had a conversation earlier. This was happening, and I'm like, oh my god, no, Barova's a VTuber. Barova's a VTuber. That's why she's evil.
no, I hate that. I hate that so much. I didn't even think about that when I was watching the
She's
episode.
got a little PNG tuber,
Yeah,
and it came
it's a
out
little
on a stream.
yeah, and I even have the chat.
Yeah.
She has her own layout.
Yep. But we
and
don't
then
get to see. But we don't get to see what they've said yet. But we just see a menacing shot of like Geets putting on the laser rifle to go into oh god, I don't
yeah,
even know what to call it, like wolf mode almost. And he punches one of the Jamato, and we get this really sick shot of his eyes and like blue
yeah.
light coming out of him. He looks fucking evil.
I
Uh,
I I I think we called this laser boost. Like that's what it's
laser
called, laser
boost.
boost. Yeah,
Yeah, okay, because I know the little thing yells like hyperlink, so I wasn't sure if we were calling it
yeah,
laser boost or hyperlink or.
yeah.
Uh,
But man, Geets is pissed.
oh yeah, he just destroys them pretty handily. It was really intense because he I don't know if he used it last time, but he's actually using the gun from Laser as a
Yeah.
gun.
Mhm.
And the fact that he's just using the terrain too, like he like shot a guy through a pillar and then he knocks down one of the big eye like
Yeah.
TVs onto him to kill him.
Yeah, he is not happy at all. And then we get an even more fucked up scene
Yep.
where
We get
where
to see
Neon
Naga, or yeah, Neon, oof, with all her birthday presents from all the different DGP supporters, and it's all
yeah,
so cute, and they're all like being represented by stuffed animals. The way Karika is kind of like his little home and garden frog,
yeah,
and
and oh my god, this is rough to watch though. Like, oh my god, like it's like, yeah, you only exist thanks to the goddess's power. Oh, so she's a fake? Oh,
yeah,
and then
everyone turning against her. It's really harsh, liar, traitor, and it's like, what's going on? And then she looks up the thing, and it's like Neon has never existed. The Kurama's family's actual daughter passed away in the kidnapping thing 11 years ago, and
yeah, and
he.
then yeah,
Oh,
we
we
see
have
the
to face it.
truth.
Yep, and we get to
Yeah,
see those same scenes, but it's like the body being taken out. It's no one being there for the bomb to come home, and a car and her name. Well, first of all, her name being Akari, but then like the same scene with the birthday thing, but there's no one there for her to sing it to.
yeah,
And oof,
it's messed up. And then we just see like the silent like yeah, producer just like taking the wish and saying, well, you're gonna be you're gonna be a sponsor, right?
yeah, I assume you'll comply with being a sponsor. And
Yeah, just
the dude who plays Neon's dad, he looks like destroyed. He looks so
yeah,
fucking dead inside when he's signing that over, and it's like, you better make it happen. Like,
yeah,
oh man, that guy is playing it up. A world where the
yeah.
symbol of my ideals, my daughter Neon lives, and it's like,
And it's even more messed up too because like of the way that he treats her. And then the producer was right. So why aren't you treating her better? And it's like calling back to that is like when you remember that line, you're like, oh shit.
and it's like she's been lying to you all this time. You don't deserve to get anything. We cut back to
Yeah,
Kyun has
yeah,
shown up to like comfort her or whatever. Geeth basically destroys the
yeah.
Dramatos, and
What's actually crazy too is that like during that entire sequence where he is just angry as hell doing that fight, he doesn't even say a word until the end of the episode.
nope.
He's just that angry.
And
It's
Baroba
like you
tells them,
treat
nothing you can do, which
yeah.
leads into the JDP rule. Anything goes as long as it makes people miserable.
That is so messed up. Like, oh my god. It's so
Yep.
messed up.
So we're getting another Nago. We're continuing the Nago centric episode trade next week. There's definitely a
Yeah.
purpose to us being born, a reason that you and I are alive.
Yeah,
And
and then we're definitely gonna see
Kyun,
Kyun and Nago fight work together.
yep.
I'm really excited to see that. Like,
Yeah,
man,
because I'm wondering what's gonna happen. Because obviously, laser riot fits in the belt, but Boost Mark II, and we're assuming all the versions of Up Boost, those are gonna be like themed to be Geet specific,
hmm
So I wonder what kind of upgrades the other two are gonna get.
yeah, yeah. What are their like? Are they also gonna get mid seasons? Which means that it's also gonna lead into Buffa also getting an actual mid season as well too of some sort, most likely.
Sure, but I would assume, yeah, because he would get one with Baroba. But to me,
hmm
that would make sense. I don't think you need to give him anything else. I think it'd be interesting to see Laser plus Jamato, kind of. Jamato
Yeah.
already being kind of a quote unquote special buckle,
hmm
or maybe we'll get Zombie V2.
Ooh. Oh man. I honestly I don't even know anymore, but like I have a feeling like if everyone like I think I talked about this how the laser raise buckle is not a P Bandai. Like you could actually buy it. So I think that's gonna be a more prevalent thing for everyone, most likely. So
I hope
like
so.
yeah, using merchandise to predict things. Yeah, let's go.
That's how you got to do
Is
it
it,
with that. Look, it's just how you got to do it. That's just the world we live in. Okay.
yeah,
Uh,
it's not like the Vision driver, which is P Bandai.
yeah, that I still kind of want to get one. It's cool, but I'll save up for one later. But anyway,
Uh,
yeah. Oh man, this one blew me away a little bit, especially because originally we were thinking, at least I think I said it, where it's like, oh, if he got his daughter through Wish, I was thinking more like, oh, maybe they were having like fertility issues, kind of like, oh, they couldn't conceive a daughter, so the wish was to conceive a daughter. But then having
mhm.
like his daughter die, and he basically just replaced her with another one.
Yeah, it's messed up and it's insane.
Something that gets to me a little bit too. It's like, why did he name her Neon if his original daughter was a? Could he not like? Could he not bear to name her the same thing?
Yeah, most likely. Yeah.
Secondary thing going on from that. I wonder if, because originally I thought he would have gotten a wish. I thought he'd won the DGP once and he'd gotten a wish, kind of. So,
hmm
but he obviously did it in return for being a sponsor. I also
hmm
wonder if maybe there's a repercussion for getting a wish without winning. So if you got in and you lost your desire. Maybe he lost his desire for a daughter once the wish was granted, quote unquote. Maybe it was just the kind of thing where it's like, well, I got a daughter back, but she's different, so it's not the same.
hmm
Whew, it's I don't know. There's a lot to think about over there. Oof.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know.
Yep.
But in happier and even though it's still like a fairly technically intense episode, yeah, King Odrin, let's go.
I
Uh
love the First of all, I love like the intros that they're doing for all of them. I just love that they were like, he was saved by Kakurai Dabowski. However, it was a ruse, and he's
yeah.
arrested. But I love the and so the story goes kind of vibe. But I love
Yeah.
this first shot of Gira this episode just like being hung from the fucking moth.
Yeah. And then and then we see that the next god is Scorpion. So I think that's gonna be Sasori. So we're gonna hear God Sasori next episode most likely.
Yeah.
Um,
Yep.
but then after that, and then we see how people are awaiting trial, and they're basically in a snowman.
Yes, I think that's very funny. That's very cute. I really like
hmm
that the first guy we see get any kind of trial is a fucking scalper.
Yeah, but before we even get to that, like the coolest part about this episode is that it's like, oh, we have visitors, and then like we don't even get an opening this episode. It just starts off with our sovereign Rita just fighting, and it's one of the sickest things. Like it is just a silent like there's just I just love the personality of these transformations.
Yeah,
like
they're
like
really
she closes
cool.
yeah, she closes her eyes, like the music just starts like getting muffled.
Yep.
She opens her eyes, and then
And
oh god, let's
we
go.
got the like the heterochromia. She's got like the one different colored eye too.
Mhm.
Really
Yeah,
good. I
and
really vibe with it.
Yeah, and then just fights him, and just fights him, and just walks in, and then and then we have a scalper, an Insukopa scalper, and then like not even 5 minutes of the episode, it's like, give me a moment. She goes into her room, their room, and just locks like 10 locks, but there's no soundproofing.
Yeah.
As she's basically acting out entire scenes with her
With their little Yeti dude. This was so fucking cute. It was also funny to see how messy the room is. I saw the room with like all the books just on the floor, and I was just thinking of that meme that it's like, damn bitch, you live like that.
Yeah, but it's so cute. I love
Yeah,
this.
and they have all the different little merch, and it's like, yeah, I sent the guy who was scalping your merch to prison. And I love how you see their fucking friend just at the door, like losing her mind over it.
Yeah, it's actually pretty cool because since it is supposed to be butterfly related, apparently her name is Morphonia, so Morpho is actually yeah. So Morpho Knight from Kirby, also butterfly related. Yeah.
Good to know. Good to know. We get to see
But
part of the investigation, though. That's pretty cool.
Oh man, the investigation is great, but yeah, I can't get over Morphonia just laughing her just trying so hard not to laugh over how Rita is like just
Adorable.
going like nuts. Yeah, it's so adorable. And then she zips up and just walks out and says, "Okay, I need to investigate." And then we get a little scene with the bug like it's kind of crazy with how fast this has been moving, because one of my friends was talking about it, is that we don't really get much with we haven't really gotten much with the Bugnarok. Like all we know about them is that they are looking for the gods.
Yep.
And
but I think it works so far because like they're really taking these first episodes to really establish the five of the group. And so I think them just being bad guys, I feel like we're probably going to get an episode about them more in depthly soon enough. But yeah, I love seeing Rita conduct the investigation. They found out from Yama that if he's able to wield it, he's got some sort of royal authority. It's not something that can be hacked. And then we just see Rita just fucking scream.
And yeah, that scream is the funniest thing. It's just like out of nowhere. And after that, and then we see that apparently Rita and Himeno do not get along. Apparently.
Yeah, it is. It's definitely like Himeno definitely has, unlike a lot of the other games, Himeno has like the my way or the highway kind of attitude. So
I mean, which makes sense.
Yeah.
But you know what also made me laugh too watching this episode? All I'm just thinking about is how many wigs did they give her? How many wigs did they give her? She's had at least 3 wigs that I've seen in this series.
And it's only been
she has her main one.
Like 2 episodes with her in them.
She has her main wig that we see all the time. She has like this almost side tail wig, and then she has her doctor outfit.
The one with the more like ponytail. Also, I love. Yep. Then we immediately cut to Dabowski, and it's just like, oh, this Gira, he's the master of a group of bandits, and he just starts telling his own tall tale.
And the funny, I think one of my favorite things about. One thing I love about this is how Rita is eating by like going all the way into their collar, which is the little funniest thing.
Yeah, it's really funny. It's really good. I loved how even in this, Dabowski keeps things kind of like, or so the rumors say, kind of like so that you don't actually get like, so he's technically not lying, but then he's like a monster who dines on poisonous insects, and I'm like, what is Gira? Someone who came out of like a goo bag?
Yeah. And then we see Rakliz with a golden caliber, and we're like, what's going on? And then she walks up and slaps him. The moment she showed the blood, I'm like, this I have an idea of where this is leading to. And then we'll see eventually. Because I watched this raw, so I didn't understand everything that was going on. But I saw that slap. I'm like,
That slap was also just so clean. Like, there was a mosquito. Sorry.
Yeah. And then Gear is just chilling, literally. and then Morphonia steals a hair, and I'm like, you're gonna do something with DNA. Yeah.
See, I didn't even think about that because I thought she was just being cheeky. I thought Rita was just being cheeky when they slapped them.
No.
I was like, what are they doing with the hair? I wonder what they're doing with that. And
Yeah,
I just didn't.
yeah,
I wasn't even thinking about that. I
yeah,
love that the scalper's in here too, though. That was really funny. He's just
yeah,
stuck in here as well.
yeah.
Uh,
And
and
then Gira being then Gira being Gira, like Morphonia is basically talking about how no one likes Rita in the kingdom, and then he's like, no, well, I mean, they're justice. They're
yep,
justice. Like that's what they have to do. That's what they have to do. That means they're a great leader.
yep.
And it's actually
I just thought it was really funny because they talk about how basically all the people who live in this country are like ex-prisoners or ex-cons, and all I could think of like, oh my god, Rita's in charge of Australia.
mm-hmm. Yeah, and then we get another Rita screen that's cut off by the commercial break. That made me laugh when I was watching the Raw so hard. It's like just so good. And then we get the
Uh,
trial,
the
and
trial was very good. We get another good like slow motion. Everyone's walking in with their little guys.
mm,
They all kind of fall over. They're telling them to match pace. I
hmm
love that Yamasto calls everyone slack-jawed tanukis. It's such a good line.
yeah, and then Rita just says he's innocent, and it's
I just
like
love how he's like, wait, let me say something, and it's like, no, we've heard enough.
yeah, yeah. The thing I did not realize was that like it's actually pretty great how like we were talking about how what role is Rainbow Judoria is gonna play, and then we find out that it's basically something that only the royal family has ever talked about 10 years ago, which
Yep,
is kind of crazy. And then we see Gira, my little brother, and I'm like, oh my god.
with Rockles. Yep. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
so here's the funny thing. They spoiled his last name in a magazine, so I already knew the last name bit, but I did not realize what the relation was going to be
But
and
yeah,
how they were going to find it.
yep.
But what's also great too was that I didn't realize that the reason why Rita was asking for a doctor was just to do the DNA testing, and I'm like, that is so smart. That's so smart,
Yep.
and it's so good. And yeah, like, and then after that, it basically just shows, yeah, the blood and the hair, and I'm like, yep, DNA testing, and then yeah. And then what's super cute though is like literally all the kids that we saw, like Garrett talking to, like all were vouching for him, and it's like this is great. This is
No,
great.
it was really adorable. It really shows off his character and everything. It was really nice. It's
Hmm
actually something that I noticed uh while I was doing the sketches and stuff for the King Odra sticker, is that I was wondering about this, if this was for the Odra caliber. If
mm
you zoom in, I'm trying to see if I can find a good picture of it. But the Odra caliber has a little thing on the hilt for like the beetle, the beetle arm or whatever, right? For
mm
Kumagawa. And
Yeah.
if you look at it, and because until I was drawing it, I wasn't paying attention. I'm sending you like a picture. If you look at it closely, you can see that on the left side, it's got like two little red lines. And
Hmm.
design wise, they're basically placed the same place where Gira has his two little like red lines of makeup.
Oh,
And
okay.
so right before this episode, I was like, it seems like the Odra caliber is kind of designed like Gira specifically. I wonder if we're gonna find out about that. Then to
Yeah.
immediately find out that that he's the brother is insane. Again, because I hadn't called anything about the genetic testing, seeing all of the stuff come together with all people's testimony, and it's like, legally speaking, there's been no crime. The prince was just using his royal authority to save the people.
Yeah.
Oh,
What,
such a
what's
good.
also what's also super cool too is that like even like to some people, like I someone noted this online, but like even though it does look like they're like holding a tantrum just trying to shut up Rackless by slamming the caliber 3 times, apparently that's how judges uh call to end a trial, by hitting the gavel 3 times.
Yes,
So
that I
essentially it's,
knew. So
oh, you knew that? Okay, I did not know that. Saw it online. I'm like, that's
I just watch a law channel, I think, too. So,
But
so
yeah,
I also
it
really
fits really well.
we get to see everyone walk out into a big fight of the Bugnarok, which is really cool. They all walk together, and Rita hands them the sword, and I just love the fight. You have no right to refuse.
Yeah, and then also I love the whole. I always knew he was innocent. Everyone's like liar.
I always knew this day would come. Shut the fuck up.
It's great. And then after that, everyone does their pose, and then Yanma kicks Gira so they could take center stage.
I like the vibes here. I think I've told you that one of my biggest gripes with Sentai side of Toku specifically, and also with the Ranger side of this for Power Rangers, is just the reliance on having the red basically fucking do everything. And I really like that it's basically a group of experienced everyone else and then like an inexperienced red where they don't even take them seriously half the time.
I mean, yeah, I mean, like they do that a lot for a lot of shows from what I know. But it like like it's just really nice when it does happen. But like I really do love like it's really cute, and then like he has to like stand up and like join them, and
Yep.
They do the fight, and
They do
it's like
the basically
I
the
love
big
these
roll call.
cuts.
The roll call is so cute with all of them having like their little shining. But yeah, they had some really nice cuts in this fight. This one's choreographed super well, and we get to see them like basically like
Okay,
seamlessly
I
go through this.
I saw someone complaining about this, but what do you think about the slow mo? I really like the slow mo on this fight because it's not overdone. Like it does it just so then everyone can like really show off cool poses, but at the same time, like they do things at normal speed so that they can actually show off the choreography a little bit still, which is really
Yeah,
nice.
I think the slow mo was done pretty well because it's done on like key poses
Hmm.
basically, and then we get to see like them in what is the word? We get to see like a good little like preview of their whole shtick.
Yeah.
And everyone just gets one. I don't know. I think it's fine. It's almost like people sometimes in like a comic will get like a splash page before they do anything,
Hmm.
kind of vibe.
Yeah. Yeah.
The Shoe
Oh man,
Gods together
this
as
this
the
fight was so funny.
this fight
I
was
loved
great.
it.
I fucking love this fight. This was so fucking good just because it was so fucking funny. The fact that
Yeah,
all of them are trying to control the thing and they are just arguing and like
like
Hachi
Papillon getting
immediately,
stuck.
yeah, Papillon gets stuck. Hachi immediately. I didn't notice that Papillon was on the sword
Yeah,
until
it's
this
so
point, so I didn't realize that Papillon wasn't even in the main mech. And you get to see Hachi like immediately go into like I'm going to like a rider kick instantly, but that's not happening. Papillon's trying to like get up on the sword. Himeno
yeah.
immediately is like we're going for like the razor kick, and apparently they can do like a little like almost like skate thing with the mantis on the foot. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's so cool. But after that, like
But they go
I
for
guess
yep, they go for the swing, and Yost basically like is like, let me do something, and he fucks it up.
yeah, they're all fighting over it, and I think this like what is it? I think someone had like this is basically a reminder that King Oger is sentient and said, no, none of you are doing anything. I'm doing it. It's
Yep.
so good.
And Yama pulls out Kabuto and basically shoots and almost hits Rita, and Rita's like, "You will all face judgment for this."
But what's actually really cool about this is that when they're done with the fight, they all just walk off separately, silently. It's like, what? Yeah, like they all just walk off, like just to go on, just to go back to their kingdoms. It's kind of crazy. And then we basically get the stinger of Morphonia like beat up because apparently they found God Scorpion.
Yep, God Scorpion was over there, and Rita didn't even know. It was one of those things that was probably like hidden in the archives or something that yep, that we have no idea. And that's I like that. I like that it's immediately like one of the gods is in the position of the bad guys.
Mm-hmm. And then we get the we get the preview. We're gonna get a brotherly fight.
Yeah, welcome home, my brother. And I will seize Shuganum. I don't know what's going on. Return of the Prince is a cool title for an episode. We will get to see the Scorpion. We will get to see it looks like another wig for Himena.
I know. I was about to, I was that's actually one of the reasons why.
Well, you brought up the joke. You were like, "Yo, enough."
Yeah, it's because of this. Yeah, like we see a fourth wig during this preview, and it's actually kind of yeah. I'm just like really curious as to how this is gonna end up, because like yeah, Gira is pissed. Like
Gira's
doesn't
pissed.
matter that
One of the things I'm wondering is what happened that caused Gira like to lose his memory, because Gira didn't seem to know that was his brother.
Yeah, like maybe we'll get answers, but like it's kind of crazy. But I mean, I think you've already seen Kuwagata Oger, Kuwagata Oger, which is basically like a silver Kuwagata Oger.
Yes,
And yeah,
I have indeed seen him. I mean, he's a recolor, so there's not much to say outfit wise. The outfit looks cool because I mean the red outfit looks sick. I do like the vibe of he's got the golden sword and the silver outfit. I do like the vibe of him having a quote unquote like the six ranger bad guy ranger kind of thing with the older brother. Because I really like the Lost Galaxy with quote unquote the older brother being the real Red Ranger kind of vibe. I don't know how this is gonna go.
Yeah,
I don't know if we're gonna find out, because if we're gonna find out that like he's got this other transformation, but it's like a fake one because he's been doing a bunch of shit to like fuck up the bugs or whatever he's been doing.
yeah, like honestly, I'm really curious, because like yeah, Gear is about to like tell the entirety of Shigatum what he's done. Like that, like that's what I'm curious about. Like, what is the fallout of this episode gonna be? So it still feels like it's gonna be moving really fast. And I'm gonna be like, dang, I don't even know anymore. Like this is gonna be intense, man. Oh man, yeah. There was just a lot in this episode that was super good. But then again, it was the Rita episode, and I think everyone was waiting for the Rita episode.
Yeah. I will say, I mean, I still think, oh man. No, I mean they've all been so good. All of them are great.
Oh man, yeah. Yeah. Until next week, though.
And next week we'll say it again, because I mean stuff has just been going hard. There's not much else to say there. And we've gone a bit over time because we were that excited. An almost 40-minute episode. So with that, we will sign off. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time. We'll hear from you next time. Oh god, yeah, later. Bye.
Later.
This program is brought to you by
Our unending love of tokusatsu.
If you enjoyed the show, please be sure to like and subscribe.
And hit the bell for notifications. And if you would like to support us further, consider becoming a patron at our Patreon, Half Hour Henshin.
You can get some exclusive benefits, such as your name in the credits and joining our sticker club. Or, if you want to help with a one-time donation,
you can also find us at Ko-fi at Half Hour Henshin. You can email us with any questions or theories at halfhourhenshin@gmail.com or on Twitter at halfhourhenshin.